Hello everybody, Alexandre Bellemare back with you to present you a new podcast. This week we'll continue to talk about Android and TalkBack. We'll talk about the possibility that TalkBack offered to edit text, to modify existing text, to use the Android keyboard, etc. So we'll cover the last lesson of the TalkBack tutorial. Olivier will be with you again this week to animate this podcast. Enjoy!
Hello everybody, Olivier with you today. Glad to be back. So in the last podcast, I showed you the TalkBack tutorial. We've explored the first 4 lessons of the tutorial. And today we are going to explore the last lesson, which is about editing text. I wanted to make it in a separate podcast because editing text is a very important part to understand and to be able to deal with, and the podcast would have been too long. So just before we start, I will assume that you listened the previous podcast. So I will not come back on like double tapping, swiping, etc. So if you did not listen to the first episode and if you don't know how to use TalkBack, then please go listen to the other episode and come back to this one. I also encourage you to do this more than once so that you can be more comfortable with how it works. So if you have questions, comments, suggestions, feel free to contact us. You will have the information at the end of the episode. So without further ado, let's get started. So I am already in the TalkBack tutorial and we will go to the lesson 5.
Lesson 5, Text Editing, Activating an Edit Box, Typing, Moving a Cursor, Selecting and Acting on Text.
So this is the title of the lesson.
Learn Lesson 5 button.
So that's what we're going to do right now.
Lesson 5, Text Editing, Part 1, Activating an Edit Box. With TalkBack, you can use an edit box to type, select, and edit text. To activate an edit box, double tap it. After you activate an edit box, a keyboard becomes available at the bottom of the screen. You can dismiss the keyboard by tapping the back button. Try activating the edit box now. When you are done, activate Next, which is now above the keyboard.
Okay, so I will touch the center of the screen where the practice area is.
Edit text, edit box.
And I will double tap.
End of field. Showing English Canada keyboard.
And TalkBack said showing English Canada keyboard. And now if I touch on the screen.
D, E, W, A, D, A, Q, W, E, R, T, Y.
You see, we have a keyboard.
G, F, A, H, Y, G, F,
so
G,
I can type.
G, H, H, W, E, W. Delete. W deleted. W, W, E, O, O, L, 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 O, O, B, space, hello.
So I typed L. So to dismiss it, I will hit back.
Back button.
Or in some cases, if you press enter, like if you are in an email edit field, for example, say you want to log into Facebook, you are in the email edit field, you press enter or next at the bottom of the keyboard and the keyboard will dismiss. However, in apps like SMS, WhatsApp, the keyboard will not dismiss if you press enter. So to dismiss it, just press the back button.
Back button. English Canada keyboard hidden.
Okay, so the keyboard is hidden. I will hit next.
Next button. Lesson 5 Text Editing. Part 2, typing in an edit box. To type, activate the edit box and move your finger across the on-screen keyboard. When you hear the desired character, lift your finger to activate it. Try activating and typing in the edit box below. English Canada, keyboard hidden.
So I will find the edit field once again.
Edit text, edit box. Showing English Canada, keyboard. End of field.
And if you're familiar with iOS, you probably are aware that by default, when you want to type, you have to find a letter, and then you double tap to activate it, which is also called standard typing. There's also another mode called touch typing, which means as soon as you lift your finger, the character is entered. On Android, except for Samsung devices that do have standard typing, which means double tap to confirm the character, all of the other Android devices work with the touch typing mode, which means as soon as you lift your finger, the character is entered. So I will write
H E P L O P. Delete. P deleted. O space. Hello. Space. E V R U Y O N E space. Everyone.
So I will hit next.
Next button. Lesson 5, text editing. Part 3, using a cursor. You can move a cursor using the volume buttons on your device, or through the local TalkBack menu. With the cursor control option in this menu, you can also select cut, copy, or paste text. Activate the edit box below, and move the cursor around the sample text. English Canada, keyboard hidden.
Okay, so for now, we will focus on moving the cursor. So I will find the edit box.
Dorothy Gale's email address is dorothy@osmail.com, edit box.
I'll double tap it.
End of field. Showing English Canada, keyboard.
Now I will use the volume buttons on my phone. If I press volume up, I will go one character forward. And if I press volume down, I will go one character backward. Remember that we can change the granularity level by swiping with one finger, either by word, character, even headings on the web. Well, it also works there, which means if I switch to words, for example,
characters, words,
and now we'll press the volume up key.
Dress is Dorothy@osmail.com, end of field.
And if I want to go backward, press the volume down.
Osmail.com.
So I want that to be spelled. So I believe the cursor is at the beginning of the Osmail word. So I will have to switch back to character.
Characters.
Okay, now let's press volume up.
O-Z-M-A-I-L. Period. C-O-M. End of field.
I can
Mike.
also go backward.
M-O-L-I-A-M-Z-O-F-Y-A-T-O-O-D-S-I.
And
India.
all I'm doing is I'm using the volume buttons. Now the cursor is at the beginning of address.
Characters. A-D-D-R-E. Echo.
Now I will teach you how to edit text. I am still in the text zone where we see the address of Dorothy Gale. The first thing you want to do when you edit text is you want to make sure that your cursor is where you want. So currently, my cursor is at the beginning of the word Dorothy, where we see Dorothy at osmail.com. This is from the Oz Wizard. So I will invoke the local context menu, and to do that, I swipe up and then right.
Local context menu. Showing items 1 to 2 of 2.
Remember, this is the menu that always varies depending of what you're doing.
Local context menu. Cursor control.
Cursor control. We have some very interesting options.
Navigation settings.
And navigation settings, but we will not go there.
Cursor control. TalkBack tutorial. Cursor control. Showing items 1 to 4 of 4. Cursor control. Move cursor to beginning.
So I can move the cursor to the beginning if I want to.
Move cursor to end.
Move cursor to end.
Select all.
Select all.
Start selection mode.
Start selection mode. That's what I want to do for now, because now I would like to select Dorothy at assimilate.com to copy it. So I need to start selection mode.
Selection mode on.
TalkBack said selection mode on. So now my granularity is set to characters. So if I use the volume button, it will select character by character. I can also do it word by word. That's what I'm gonna do for now.
Words.
So now I'm gonna use my volume up button.
Dorothy, selected. At assimilate.com, selected.
So let's say for some reason I don't want .com to be selected. Right now, the cursor is at the end, so just after the M of .com. So what I do? Well, I will switch back to character granularity.
Characters.
And I will press the volume down key.
M, unselected. Mike. O, unselected. Oscar. C, unselected. Charlie. Period, unselected.
And if I want to select the period, for example, I will press the volume up key.
Period, selected.
And now what I can do, I will re-invoke the local context menu, or LCM.
Local context menu. Showing item, local context, cursor control, navigate, cursor control, TalkBack tutorial, cursor control, move, cut, copy, select all, end selection mode.
And I will click End Selection Mode.
Selection mode off. Selected text, Dorothy at Assimilate.
So now I want to copy it. So I will return into the LCM.
Local context menu. Cursor navigation, cursor control, TalkBack tutorial, cursor control, move cursor to end, cut.
And
copy.
Copy.
Copied, Dorothy at Assimilate.
Now what I want to do, I want to go to the end, so I will use move cursor to the end.
Local context menu, cursor navigation, cursor control, TalkBack tutorial, cursor control, move cursor to end of field.
So now I will hit space.
Space. Dorothy at assimilate.com.
I will invoke the LCM once again.
Local context menu. Local cursor navigation settings. Cancel button.
And I'll hit cursor control.
Cursor control. TalkBack tutorial. Cursor control. Move cursor, paste, select all, paste.
And I'll hit paste.
Pasted, Dorothy at Assimilate.
So now, here's how the text looks now.
Editing, Dorothy Gale's email address is dorothy@assimilate.com. Dorothy at Assimilate, edit box.
So Dorothy at Assimilate just came after. So now what I will do, because after this part, this is the exercise part, so I will do it with you. I will do one more example with you of text editing, in which I will cut text, and I will once again copy. I will select all, and I will show you all of this so that it can be more clear for you. So right now what I will do, I want to delete everything that's written there. So I will invoke the LCM once again.
Context menu. Cancel button. Cursor control. TalkBack tutorial. Cursor control. Cursor move cursor to paste. Select all.
I want select all.
Selected text. Dorothy Gale's email address is dorothy@auth. Delete. Cleared text. Editing. Edit text. Edit box.
And TalkBack said cleared text. So now we have a blank edit box. Remember Dorothy@osmail that I've copied earlier? I want to go ahead and paste it.
Local context menu. Local paste. Start selection paste. Pasted. Dorothy@osmail.
So as you can see, I had directly the paste option in the LCM. So it is available both inside of the root of the LCM, or it is also available in cursor controls as well. So what I will do, I'll write some more text. So I dictated something.
Editing. Dorothy@osmail. How everybody, I hope you had a wonderful summer. Edit box.
And that's not what I wanted to type, so that's perfect. We will edit it. So what I want to do now, I want to get rid of dorothy@osmail.com. I want to cut it. So what I will do, I will move the cursor to the beginning of the text.
Local context menu. Local cursor control. TalkBack tutorial. Cursor control. Move cursor to beginning. Beginning of field.
Okay, I will navigate by word. I will select dorothy@osmail.
Local context menu. Navigation set. Cursor control. TalkBack tutorial. Cursor control. Move paste. Select all. Start selection mode. Selection mode on. D. Selected. Delta. O R O T H Y at O Z M A I select L selected. Lima. Period selected.
Okay, I want to end the selection mode. I was selecting by characters.
Local context menu. Cursor navigations. Cursor control. TalkBack tutorial. Cursor control. Paste. Paste. Select end selection mode. Selection mode off. Selected text. Dorothy@osmail. Local context menu. Cursor action. Navigation settings. Cursor control. TalkBack tutorial. Alert cursor control. Copy. Paste. Select all. Start selection mode. Select paste. Copy. Cut. Cut Dorothy@osmail.
Okay, I want to paste it to the end, so I will select moved cursor to the end.
Local context menu. Showing local cursor navigate cursor control. TalkBack tutorial. Cursor control. Move cursor to end. End of field. Delete. Delete. Enter. Summer. You can move a cursor using next button. Local context menu. Local default character words. Characters, words, lines, paragraph, cancel button. TalkBack tutorial. Next editing. How everybody, I hope you had a wonderful summer. Edit box.
Okay, just want to remind you that when you invoke the LCM and if you want to have the editing option, your cursor has to be inside of the edit box. For instance, my cursor moved out of the edit box, so that's why I did not see my editing options. So I will move it to the end and paste this.
The local context menu. Cursor navigation. Cursor control. TalkBack tutorial. Cursor control. Move cursor control. Move cursor to beginning. Move cursor to end.
Actually, I'm already at the end.
Paste.
So I will paste it.
Pasted. Dorothy@osmail.
So now the text looks like...
Editing. How everybody, I hope you had a wonderful summer. Dorothy@osmail. Edit box.
That's what I want. But I dictated hello everybody, not how everybody. So I will navigate by word.
Characters. Words.
I will use the volume down key.
Dorothy at. One a hat you hope cap everybody how.
And I am at the beginning. I could have select move cursor to beginning, but I just wanted to show you. So now the cursor is just on the H. So if there would be a character before the H, that would be this one that would be deleted. If I would like the H to be deleted, what I would have to do, I would have to press the volume up key.
How?
Whoops, I'm navigating my words. Sorry about that.
Lines. Paragraphs. Default. Characters. H. Hotel. Delete. H deleted.
So I will put it back.
H.
And now?
O. W. Whiskey.
I'm just after the W. So if I continue,
Space.
now the cursor is on the space bar. So if I delete, I will delete the space bar. If I want to delete the W without deleting the space, what I have to do is I have to press the volume down key.
Space.
TalkBack said space. However, I know that it went back one character. It does that. Cause if I delete,
W deleted.
W deleted,
Delete. O deleted.
and now I can type
W. H. W. D. E. H. Delete. E deleted. E. L. O. Space. LO replaced LO, capital LO space.
it wrote L. So I really hope that you did not get too confused and that my explanations were good. As I told you at the beginning of the podcast, don't hesitate to do it several times so you get more comfortable with time with it. So thank you so much for listening. This was Olivier. Have a wonderful day or wonderful night wherever you may be. Thank you so much for listening. And bye for now.
Thank you very much, Olivier, for this podcast episode. Alex back with you. I'd like to give you a bit more information about how cursor moving works on Android and iPhone and iOS. And this comment can be also useful for those who are using a Mac computer. What is complicated to understand when we start using this kind of environment is that the cursor is not directly pointing a specific character. The cursor is located between two characters. So what that means, compared to a computer where the cursor is only affected to a specific character, we need to remember exactly or to understand the logic of the cursor move when using character navigation or word-by-word navigation with these platforms. So let's get an example. Let's say that I write the alphabet, the beginning of the alphabet, so A, B, C, D. I'll put the cursor at the beginning of the sequence, so before the letter A. If I use the command to switch to next character, the screen reader will announce letter A. The cursor will be located between letter A and letter B. If I use the command again, the screen reader will announce B, the cursor will be located between B and C. So, the screen reader announced the character before the cursor when using the next character command. If I decide to write a letter at my position, the letter will be placed between B and C. If I decide to delete, remember that when deleting something, it's gonna delete what is previous to the cursor. So by pressing delete, letter B will be deleted. The same way, if I go at the end of the sequence, so after the D letter, and then I use the command to go to previous characters. So by using this command, letter D will be announced and the cursor will be placed between C and D. Using previous character again, letter C will be announced and the cursor will be placed between letter B and C. So using the command to go to the previous element, the letter announced is the letter located after the cursor. Remember that the cursor is always located between two characters. Hope this small indication will help you better understand how to use the text navigation. Before the end of this podcast, I would like to say thank you for your loyalty to this series of podcasts about assistive technologies. I would also like to thank our loyal collaborator. As a reminder, I would like to inform you that Canadialog will not provide free technical support on products presented during these shows and that are not sold directly by Canadialog. For any questions, comments, or suggestions about our podcast, you can reach us via email at podcastwithanis@canadialog.com. That is PODCASTS at CANADIALOG.com. You can reach us by phone using our toll-free number at 1-888-730-0003 extension 555. Again, 1-888-730-0003 extension 555. I also invite you to visit our website, which contains a lot of useful information at www.canadialog.com. www.canadialog.com. You can also visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for listening.